Amir Khan. And just a little bit later this hour, Lakers head coach J.J. Redick said Thursday he's hopeful that LeBron James and forward Rui Hachimura will be eligible to return tonight against the Bulls. James has been out since their loss to the Celtics back on March 8th because of a groin strain. The Lakers then lost 3 in a row before winning 3 in a row before losing to the Bucks on Thursday. Here's Tim Bontemps.
LeBron is questionable to come back tonight and play 2 weeks after suffering that groin strain in Boston against the Celtics. The goal for the Lakers has just been to survive what's been a very difficult schedule, having to play a couple games against both Denver and Milwaukee, having 6 games in 8 days as a result of some rescheduled games because of the fires back in January. And the fact that the Lakers were able to hold serve, get through that stretch at 500 and stay in the top 4 spots in the Western Conference, that's a huge win. The Lakers want to get LeBron back, whether it's Snyder in the next couple days healthy, have him ready to go for a stretch run that's going to feature a lot of difficult games. They have one of the most difficult schedules down the stretch, and then position themselves to stay in that top 6, potentially in the top 4 spots to get home court advantage in the first round and try to make a deep playoff run.
Thanks, Tim. And the West is wild right now. Here to break it down, NBA analyst Quentin Richardson with us here in Bristol. Great to have you back. Also, senior Anscape writer David Dennis Jr. So, David, let me start with you. When LeBron comes back, ideally, what do you want to see from him?
Well, I want to see a team that prioritizes his long-term health because they have a, hellish playoff run that they're going to have to get through. Because right now they're going to have to focus on 2 things. One, LeBron has to be a defensive anchor as he was before, but he cannot put too much wear and tear on that body. Go back to 2019 when he injured that groin back then. He was out for 17 games. They brought him back. He was not himself. And then eventually they had to shut him down for the rest of the season. You cannot afford that if you're the Lakers. So you have to have a cautious ramp-up process because the playoffs are going to be when you need them the most.
Yeah, I agree right there, man. I think LeBron, as we all know, he's more in tune with anybody in the world with his body. So I think if he's going back out there, he's pretty ready to go. So, I just need to see him get up and down and just go well without, any limping or any type of setbacks tonight. As long as he's out there, I'm pretty confident in LeBron James. He's in tune with his body. He knows what he needs to do, and he's been playing the game forever. So it's going to be like riding a bike. Once he gets back out there and he sees he's healthy, everything else will just fall into place.
Yeah, he's got a great relationship with J.J. Redick, so obviously there's going to be a very honest dialogue, right, going back and forth between the two of them, right, about what he can and can't do. Let's talk about another huge injury, though, Q and David, out west, and that's Steph Curry. So he is out for tonight's game for the Warriors, a hip contusion. He suffered it on Thursday. MRI did come back negative. That's the good news. He's set to be reevaluated on Monday, but he's not going to play tonight in Atlanta. We do know that. So, Q, they're in a dogfight to try to stay out of the play-in. What do they need to do in the meantime until Curry's healthy?
Right now, you just ride Jimmy Butler. This is the best thing that you got him for. Like, he was there to fill in those non-Steph minutes when Steph subs out and the team was struggling before he got there. Now, with his he just had a triple-double last night. This is what they need from Jimmy. Jimmy is capable of leading the team, and we know how he gets when it gets close to that playoffs. He turns into a different type of dude, and that's who Golden State really, truly needs to show up right now while Steph is out so that they can hold pace and try to keep their position in the playoffs.
See, look, me and Q, all we do is agree. We got to find something we disagree on because we on the same page with this one, too. This is why you bring Jimmy Butler to this Warriors team. If this injury had happened in January, December, I would say the Warriors are dead in the water because they cannot do anything without Stephen Curry. But Jimmy Butler added to that lineup, added to what him and Draymond are doing defensively, which is terrorizing teams up and down the court. And then you have Kuminga, who is just coming back. This team is prepared for these times when you need Steph Curry and he's not playing. They can stay out of the play-in if those 3 guys in particular play the way they've been playing these last few games.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler's been so additive, really, in terms of everyone stepping up their game as well. Yeah,
he came and he brought us a confidence. They now believe that they can win and they can compete, and you see that with them out there on the court. And Jimmy, he kind of emanates that when he's out there. He has the confidence and the bravado, and he has a tendency to give that to his teammates as well. So.
Yeah, this is his time of year, isn't it? But right now they're 6th in the West. They're only 1 game ahead of the Clippers and the Timberwolves. Thanks, fellas.
Thank you.
Hello, Lakers Nation. Welcome into the LakersNation.com podcast. I'm Trevor Lane, and it's game day. Lakers Bulls tonight, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. And We've got some big injury report news to talk about on today's show. I want to preview the matchup a little bit as well. Lakers Bulls, it's a little bit trickier than you might think. So I want to get into that matchup as well. Plus the standings. We had some very surprising results last night in the Western Conference that have changed a lot about the standing situation for the Lakers. So I'm going to get into all that on today's show. If you haven't done so yet, please make sure you subscribe to the LakersNation.com YouTube channel. Turn on those notifications as well. All right, here's what I'm most excited about. This is it. I talked about it a little bit yesterday on the YouTube channel. Oh boy, the Lakers injury report. Take a look at this. That's right. Rui Hachimura, LeBron James, for the first time since they both went out due to injury, they have been upgraded to questionable for tonight's game. Sounds like there is a decent chance not one, but both of them are returning to the Lakers tonight. Now, again, questionable does not mean definite, does not mean they are back. What we're looking to see now is an improvement, a bump up from questionable to probable. It may not come till really close to game time. It could come middle of the day. We don't know. But that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a bump up to probable, some type of indication that they are indeed going to play. But this is big, that both guys are now being bumped up to questionable. We could see them back in action. Now, on the downside, Gabe Vincent downgraded to questionable for this game. Did play in that disastrous outing against the Bucks, but he is now questionable with left knee injury management. So the potential is here for Rui and LeBron to come back, but maybe Gabe takes a night off here tonight against Chicago. By the way, come join me tonight, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, youtube.com/LakersNation and playback.tv/LakersNation. Be hanging out, watching the game, doing a little play-by-play, reacting, taking your questions, your comments, all that. Come hang out with me tonight during the game. It's like a party. It's a lot of fun. Come hang out. All right, and then moving on from there, Luka, Dorian Finney-Smith, Austin Reeves, Jared Vanderbilt, all probable. Welcome back. Welcome back, Luka, DFS, Reeves, and Vando. So there is now Maxi Kleber still out. We should be getting pretty close to an evaluation of Maxi, and we'll get a sense of whether or not he can return before the end of the regular season. So that's coming. That it should be coming in the next, couple weeks, I think? They said 8 weeks from when he first arrived in LA. That's what Maxi told us. So let's see. That was right around like February 5th. So we're getting there. We're getting there. So we'll see on Maxi. But otherwise, this could be the healthiest we've seen the Lakers in a while. If everybody, all the people who are questionable, all the guys, Gabe, LeBron, Rui, and then all the probable guys play, this could be the healthiest that we've seen the Lakers in quite a while, which would be fantastic news. Now, the Lakers are right now, as I'm recording this, they're a 10-point favorite tonight against the Chicago Bulls. Would have to imagine that probably is something to do with the injury report, right? Given that the Lakers, it looks like they may be having everybody back. So the Lakers are a very heavy favorite for tonight's game. Again,